and I think you had 9 of them. Wasn't it a total of 9, I believe?
Somebody was tracking it.
I think it was.
Is it not in the party sheet? Party sheet.
Oh, yes, 9 goblin heads. Very good. So I will add the equivalent silver and take the goblin heads off. Yeah, I noticed you've got 9 short swords, 9 daggers, and 8 blowpipes. So if you're okay, um, I know Udru probably could use those for his smithy.
Yeah, the swords we can definitely hand over.
Definitely. So we'll take those. Anybody want some of the daggers? I know you probably have a blowpipe, correct, Amorous?
I kept a blowpipe and whatever darts I found, but if she has any luck in identifying that poison before we leave, that would be most helpful.
Yes.
Marcus would probably take a dagger.
Okay.
Just a little extra thing just to have.
Sure.
Yeah, Legis will do that too.
Yeah, feel free just to drag that over.
Where is?
So Legis, I think what we'll do is for that continual flame, whatever you have left over in daggers and swords, we'll just take that as kind of a way of trading.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
here a
leave those.
bit ahead of schedule.
Oh, hey, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
I'm not sure. I'm share the building with you.
Oh, I was logged in, so I've got it.
Oh, okay, great. How many of those those darts do you have,
I
Amorous?
have 8 of them.
Udru says, "Can I take a look at one of those darts?"
I had brought one out and laid it on the table. I'll tell him just to handle it very carefully.
He looks at those. He eyes it. Let's see.
Yeah, if there's any information that he can impart, we will be happy to hear it.
Less about information, but he says, I can take a 1 or 2 of those daggers and probably make you about a dozen or so additional darts if you're interested."
Oh, I would be more than happy for you to do
Okay,
that,
I'll
of
need
course.
till tomorrow morning, but these are fairly easy to make. I think I can make these pretty easy.
Well, I look at the others. Well, we were planning on resting here overnight, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, there's going to probably be a little bit of waiting and getting some potions as well.
Hey, dog.
Is there anything else I can help with supplying you
Oh,
to
don't
make the move to the caves again? We'll go with bandages.
send you up.
I'm going to see what kind of potions my buddy can brew up for us in the back, and then we'll get some darts made, and maybe be able to identify that poison.
Well,
Sounds good.
that would be helpful if you could do that.
Okay, so any other business on the caves? Because then I'd like to kind of talk a little bit about what's occurring in this area.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, so introduces a new gentleman coming in. His name is Aldrich. He's got the look of him of a like a scout type, um, maybe a scout of the woods, maybe a ranger type. But at the beginning of each month, and Bull looks specifically at Sir Marcus. He says, "Captain, this is where we're building trust. We're building trust in me sharing you with how this roadhouse works more, and you're trusting me, and I'm trusting you. So at the beginning of each month, roughly, we get a bit of an intel from Dro Mandris on what's occurring here, and we share information going back. And Aldrich here has some information he shared with me, and I'd like to share with you, so everybody is pretty much on the same page and pretty much understands what the issues are. He does mention that the orc army on the east side
Go
of
ahead,
the
Chick.
river,
Go on up.
as
Go ahead, Chick.
suspected, is
Go on.
rebuilding, resupplying,
Go on, she'll let you out,
and trying
dude.
to get additional troops together for probably some type of a push at some time in late spring or in sometime in the summer. And of course, the Duke is doing the same thing with his armies. So Bull shares with you that several of the folks that normally here at the Roadhouse have decided to head back to Dromandris
Yeah, he's down here.
to bolster up some of the the
What? He's
military
coming.
needs and requirements. Aldrich also shares with you that if you recall on your map, which I think I will bring up now. If you recall, you guys are right here at the Roadhouse. He mentions that up here towards the ruins of Bortensky, that Captain Jack Slaughter
Yeah.
and his crew have wintered
Yeah, you have to give him
around the
kibble. I'm out of the
ruins.
other stuff.
Now, you all have a little bit of experience or knowledge of Captain John. He was in the
Yeah.
Karbask army. He is
Yes.
now one of the more top wanted criminals, wanted by the military. Captain had a solid career of at least 3 or 4 years. But about 12 months ago, he lost his entire command of 50 soldiers based on some bad intelligence, and they were ambushed east of Dromandris. That affected him deeply, and he has now gone rogue, so to speak. They're wanted for a whole host of issues, from treason to murder, theft of military and civilian resources, among other charges. Um, so there's a bounty out on him and his crew. Captain Jack is worth 80 gold pieces, dead or alive. His second in command, by the name of Fenro, she is of some type of arcane ability. He calls her his lieutenant, dead or alive, 700. And then his underboss, by the name of Tessio. I had to do that. Not much is known of him, other than he's tall, about 6'2". He's got this distinct scar across his neck where maybe he was perhaps hung, but actually survived it somehow. He tends to attract low-level mercenaries. He attracts military personnel that perhaps have deserted or are wanted for some petty crimes. So this group of Captain John, Fenro, and the underboss Tessio and their group, they're somewhere in this neighborhood around the ruins of Bortensky. Now there's a good chance they also are working or having an alliance with the witch hag that lives up in the moors. It's unsubstantiated, but don't be surprised if he doesn't have some kind of a working relationship. As part of that bounty, any materials taken off their bodies are found. The folks that are turning them in can keep them. Now they're also a pretty mobile group. They all have mounts. So the military will confiscate those. but they will offer them as a one-time option for purchases for anyone bringing them to justice. So we just want you to tuck that in the back of your head.
What was the total bounty for him and his crew?
8, 7, and the underboss was 600.
So a little over 2,000, 2,100.
Yep.
Plus equipment and supplies.
Yeah, they
It's a
just want
sizable bounty.
and dead or alive.
And an option to buy a horse.
An option to buy a horse.
It seems to me, though, that this cave complex here is probably a little more pressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would agree.
Couple of
But
those.
yes, Bull would agree that the cave complex is definitely more of a top priority. But he is concerned. He's heard of John Slaughter. Um, he's heard of Fenro. He does share with you a little bit of knowledge he has on the three. Captain John he's advanced probably 3 or 4 levels within the army. He knows that he's probably had at least 5 enhanced trainings. Fenro, she tends to make their crimes easier to commit with her uh, arcane abilities. And of course, the underboss, he brings the meat shields and the muscle. So they make a fairly tight but effective group. The underboss never usually has more than about 12 to 15 with him at any one time.
Ooh.
They have to keep their numbers lean but up to speed.
Well, good to know for the future.
Yeah, everyone,
Um,
I've made a note on this and shared it.
So, I would say that you can assume that my presence here is sort of as a bit of an advance. I guess some help in advance before the Duke can fully muster whatever he's going to send here. But also to take care as many of these problems as possible.
And in fact, Marcus, give me a like either an intelligence or even a charisma roll on the tower, please. Uh, you have a pretty good working knowledge of Captain John Slaughter and his antics, and it leaves a very bitter taste in your mouth on how he used the military for his gain and then turned on them the way he did. Whether it was poor intelligence or not, he didn't act very militaristic or very noble, so to speak. So you've got a bad taste in your mouth and would like to, at some point, have a hand in apprehending.
Okay.
So let's get you a couple of items here.
Put that in the back of my mind.
Let me find the party sheets.
If it tries to escape from the back of my mind, I'll put my helm on.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to take probably till the morning, but they were able to create a number of potions for you to take, and we've got some bandages that will each cure 2 hit points. So feel free to divide those up as you see fit. Food is available, drinks available, sleeping is available. So, any questions for Aldrich or for Udru or for Bull?
Any intel on where they've been seen?
As far as the crew?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, mainly in the ruins of Bartensky,
Okay.
and then expand out from there. So there are going to be times where Slaughter and maybe Fenro head out, do some things. Then maybe Tessio heads out with his group. So there's going to be various times where they're in and out of their, I wouldn't call it a lair, so to speak, but kind of where they hang around in the ruins.
Okay.
It's probably
Okay.
better to take them while they're at half strength, at least to start with.
And that's close to the witch fence if they're dealing with the hag.
Is it shift click to take? I can't remember.
Just drag over the
Yeah, but if you
group.
want the whole stack, I think it's shift and then drag, and it'll
No, I don't
take
want
it.
the whole stack, but I'm pulling. I'm just dragging it. Nothing's
Just
happening. So I
drag
was
to
just
your
wondering.
inventory, into your inventory
Grab the
page.
shield, the yellow thing.
Yeah, all the way to the right.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. That's why it was being weird. Gotcha. Yeah, now let's find where the hell it went. There it is. Damn it. I hit enter. My bad. That in.
Hey,
Did
John,
everyone?
I was trying to figure out how to add. I was trying to figure out how to add some kind of a healing drag over to the bandage item. I think like the thing I came up with is just creating a, line in the combat tab.
Yeah, that's what we did with the old rule set.
Here, I'm gonna put one in. I'm gonna put one in for Legos, um, just to see if I can get it to work.
Yeah, I see it under spells. The bandage came up.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Yeah, first aid
Oh,
spell does 1d2 points of damage or
Oh, that's
healing.
first aid. Yeah, that's a first aid
okay.
spell. Sorry.
So let me do this. How many did you take, Legos?
Let me see. I took 4. Everyone should clean them out just so that they're ready to label on our person, and then when other people join back in the party, we can divvy them back out. So everyone, make sure you got at least 1 potion.
Yes. Please feel free to. Okay, so let's try this. Let me close this. I'm gonna put 2 points of damage on Amorous. So if you go to your combat tab, Legos, you'll see heal bandage, even though I spelled it wrong.
Oh, yep. Yep. And you give
I
me
think
4
if you
charges.
grab that +2, drag it over to Amorous, I think it'll cure 2.
Oh, wait a second. I did it wrong. There we go. Try that.
See if it turns into a
I just dragged it on. Let me drag it onto his.
into her token. Yeah, to Amorous.
There,
There you
yeah.
go. So what you do, I made it 4 for ammo, so you can just tick those off. You see those little buttons?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you got 4. So as you use it, just drag it, tick it, drag it, tick it.
Cool.
I think we have to do the same thing for the potions too, right?
Yeah. Or you're doing it's a straight D8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else take bandages too?
Yeah, I
I
took
do.
some.
I took a couple.
Okay. John, you probably could do your own, right?
How are you doing it in here
Oh,
now?
oh, here,
Are
let
you,
me,
are
yeah,
you doing it on the combat tab?
yeah, let
Okay.
me up, let me, I made it a range attack so you can put in ammo for how many you have. I can drop the image and, Let me drop
There
it.
we go.
I'll drop it in Discord.
That should work.
You guys can see it in the Haunted Highlands channel on Discord. Is that how you did it, John? There's no attack. You're just gonna do it. You're just gonna use it and just drag the +2 over, even though it
Yeah.
says damage. Okay.
Yeah. And the heal in square brackets
Yeah.
should do it. Yeah. It can be at the front of it, or it can, as long as it's anywhere in the line, I think
Cool.
It'll notice.
It'll be nice when they add that capabilities to the rule set, hopefully.
Well, yeah.
TBD.
How many bandages has everyone taken? Because I've taken 2 potions, 2 bandages.
Marcus has 2 potions, 1 potion and 2 bandages.
I have 4 bandages, 2 potions.
Okay, I'll take 2 more bandages then.
There's still 5. I'll take. Are the daggers being distributed? You guys need any more daggers? Because I'll take those as the. Hey,
Yeah, I'm done with daggers. I think we're done with daggers. Yeah.
Okay, out of that.
There's 3 bandages left. I've taken 4 now.
Okay, let's see. Yes.
Could leave them in the party sheet in case someone else drops in once. Okay.
Okay, Legus, you've got an equivalent of a torch I've placed on you.
Okay, cool.
Now, can you, on the combat tracker, by your name all the way to the right, I think you can click on effects. Does it show you what you have listed? Turn off that light if you need to.
No, but if I put the effect on myself.
Okay, why don't you go? I'm going to delete it. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Because then you can, if you're going to sheath it, go ahead and turn it off. Just make that 600 a 0 so it stays on forever, basically.
That I don't see, but if it drops
I
out,
can-
I'll just refresh
Yeah,
it.
you can't change the duration.
I can do it though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. You guys can change it as you need to then.
Nope.
I'm going to say it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Is there anything else that anybody needs?
I think I'm good.
He's already said that he doesn't have any people that he can send with us,
No.
so we'll have to. Are there any people who have stopped here at the Roadhouse that might be interested in being a man at arms or being hired?
Well, with the call for the military, you've got 2 kinds of folks that are in the Roadhouse. Those that have no interest at all and are kind of moving on and wandering a bit, being more of a nomad, and some that made their move to Joe Manders.
Okay.
There's really no one that, if there are some there, you're like, liability, liability.
Trustworthy.
Yeah. Well, it may not be more physical liability. Like,
All right. Well,
worry more about them than yourselves.
it would be wrong to put them into that position
Exactly.
unless there was absolutely no other choice. There certainly is. Yeah. So other than that, just resting, I guess.
Amorous, that after a couple of hours, Holly comes out. She's the cook. Does a very good job of cooking because you guys have had some great meals. But in conversations with her, it sounds like she also has a bit of an alchemy background that she dabbles in. It's very clear though that any work that any of the folks in the roadhouse do needs to go through the pool. But she comes back and says, "Yeah, this is kind of like it's like a type 2 type poison." She's not really able to isolate exactly what there is, but if it affects you, it's more of a strength drain. The second one might lead to paralysis. And if you miss a third shot, if you get hit a third time, you might actually pass away from it. That's how potent it can be if it hits multiple times. Now, she mentions if she's not able to really reproduce it, she can take what you have and either for lack of a better term, I'm an alchemist, but you can either keep it on the 7 darts you have left, because you did need the one sampled experiment, or you can turn that into 3 arrows that are poisoned. It's your call.
Well, Marcus has no interest in these things.
In these discussions.
Sort
Yeah.
of looking
This is
sideways
this is Amaris's department, isn't it?
Yeah,
at Amherst.
she must be away, huh? Is she away? She must be. That great speech I had.
Yeah, if I was an assassin type, I would be intrigued.
So on one hand, it sounds like this poison is it's kind of like a cumulative effect, right?
Yes, the way she could
So
explain it is more cumulative.
I mean, Amherst may be better off keeping the seven darts.
Just depends on what kind of range she wants.
Yeah, but I mean, even at range, like one dart isn't going to really do too much to, is it?
It's just that she's only got about a 10-foot limit for the blowgun, but
oh,
Uh,
compared to her
looks
short bow.
looks like her sound is out. She's typing in the chat.
Oh, oh, yes. Thanks for catching that, Dwayne. Didn't see that. Ah, okay.
hello, hello.
Hello? Check, check, check.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear.
I think that's happened before with her with
Yeah,
Discord.
she said that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
she's got issues. I had it one day. I don't know. It was the first time. It was crazy. Yeah, go for it. Just go ahead and give yourself a restart. We're just gonna move on. I assume we're gonna start heading out. So
well, you guys gonna head out at night? You're gonna wait till the morning?
I would like to sleep. I'd
Okay.
like to sleep in a bed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Personally.
So we'll do that.
Yeah, I've got some healing to do.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that you guys heal up. Everyone will be healed. I'll do a long rest. You guys can check your, if you guys want to check your spells or change anything, it's up to you.
Too low level for that. Yeah, I have to do that sometimes. So yeah, it's the. I just assume it's codecs or something, or the USB hub not powering on, or something weird.
Oh,
It
that
just
could be it.
powers it off. Yeah, it's one of those weird things.
Yeah, I used to have significant challenges 2 computers ago. It was brutal.
With Discord or just in general?
In general.
Oh,
Yeah, you remember I would have to fiddle with my settings almost every game.
oh, that's right.
So
It's like a roulette table. Roulette table.
yeah,
Oh, what's this week?
Okay, I'm good to go with my spells.
yeah, I'm good to go as long as I get healed,
Yeah, I think
which it looks like
everyone's,
I have been.
yeah,
So
everyone's healed. So I am going to take a bunch of folks out of the combat tracker that are not here. We have no Gundar. All right, let's add in Sir Marcus's mount, but we'll make him friendly.
no, there's 2 of them in there now.
Oh, I guess I already had him. You got duels.
There we go.
All right, so the day you guys wake up, it's morning, of course, 5:30. Um, temperature's kind of average, but you're noticing that it's fairly windy out. It's a pretty strong wind, upwards of 25 miles per hour, and there's definitely light rain in the area as you wake up. Let's see if Jeanette. I'll have to wait for her to boot up. You guys just want to take a quick couple minutes, and then we'll come back.
Sure.
All right, let's do that. Let's take about
Yeah.
3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll just kick off with the next day and heading back to the caves.
Cool.
All right, thanks.
Dwayne,
Yes,
are you
sir.
still, how are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm going to be spending tomorrow driving again. I'm going back to Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Take care of a few final things. And then I'm going to be looking at flying back to Manitoba probably the 2 or 3 days before Easter.
Oh, wow. How long's it been? How long you been out here?
um, it'll be about 9 months.
Wow.
I came out third week of July. I just know my wife is going to dump a whole book full of problems on me when when I get back.
Well, we should meet face to face at some point.
Yeah, it would be nice. I've seen whatever that 403 or whatever it is. That's the Gardner Expressway, I guess. things move pretty fast there. But I'm sure there's a way I can get out in your direction.
Oh, it's better to go north and come out 401 actually.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm actually halfway between Hamilton and Guelph, so 401's a better way. Because Gardner and 403 get pretty bogged up sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, well, I'm getting the table back up now. It requires
Cool.
my computer's I can hear the CPU running a little high all day today. That
Mm.
generally indicates that Windows is downloading an update that hasn't been applied yet.
Yes, I
But
had one earlier. Yeah.
so it's still apparently running it, and I'll probably get hit with it later tonight or when I log on in the morning.
There was also an update for Fantasy Grounds again, too, today.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I did that update, but also Discord was twitchy as hell earlier
Oh,
today. I mean, the
it's a bit
lag on it
loud.
was
Stuff's
absolutely
just loud.
ridiculous.
By the
Yeah.
way, Jeanette, you were right. Chris is not feeling well at all. He says he's feeling worse, so he did log off. So
Yeah, I've known Chris for a long time. I can tell when he don't
you can
sound
tell
like Chris.
he did not.
Yeah, he sounded kind of subdued.
Yeah. So I said go, please.
I know what that feels like. Yep.
Well, tonight this session's been a lot of mostly, regrouping and getting sense of orders and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't hear from Sky very much.
No, nobody does. As far as I can tell.
Well, he joined last week, or last time. Well,
Yeah, because I can now the CPUs have kicked up really badly, even worse than it was before. So I know by tonight, when I go to shut down, I'm gonna quickly do the update.
Is George's 5:30 before sunrise or after sunrise?
5:30 would be a little before.
Okay.
Whereas as we get more into the summer, it'll probably be at that time.
Okay, so Marcus will spend 15 minutes in prayer to Corthane.
Okay.
For the strength of mind and will, and for good judgment.
Okay. And for some better rolls too.
And for some better. Yeah, and for a roll that's higher than about 6.
The dice gods.
Yes.
And I had indicated when I was talking away and I couldn't be heard that Holly is the cook.
Yes.
I probably had met her before because I'd already been working here when these guys got here, just ostensibly going out and collecting herbs and stuff like that. So I'd had close contact with the cook. So we probably had a great old conversation on poisons, and I assured her if I found it in the cave, I'd bring it back.
Right. Yes. I forgot that connection, but you're well aware that if for any of those folks that do something, you do go through the bill. We're aware of that. So you're going to keep the.
I'm gonna keep the darts. I'll leave the sample with her, and I'll tell her that when we go back and clean out the cavern, that I'll make a point of searching out to see if they have a supply of it there, or at least the materials they might have been brewing. Because I'd probably recognize, because I know it's a tarry resin type thing. So if I came across whatever they're extracting it from, I'd probably be able to make a connection.
So go ahead and add 12 more smaller iron darts. They created for you. All right, so it's guessing you guys are taking breakfast. Marcus is doing his prayers to his God.
Yeah, Trantis is doing some prayers too. Marcus is shaming him.
That's not prayer. This is prayer. So like I mentioned, it looks like it's going to be a fairly wet day today, according to the weather. Maybe not thunderstorms, but definitely a light rain.
I have my cloak. I fit right in the rain.
Yeah, let's bundle up and head out.
All right. So, you guys are located here at the roadhouse. You'll be traveling north to this cave complex. Hang on a second. I'm not sure if it's green or not for you guys. Hopefully it is. And you're fairly familiar with, you've taken a trek up, you've taken a trek back south. Um, the weather's not overly cold or warm. It's just that it's damp. You guys are going to be a little bit on the soak side because it's a constant light rain, not a heavy rain. You're about, we'll say you're about 400 yards south of the cave. You tell me how you want to approach, what you'd like to do.
Do we see any smoke from like a campfire or anything like that?
You're far enough right now where there's still some fairly heavy trees, so you're not able to see the caves per se, but you don't see any any smoke or anything coming from that direction.
Okay.
Should we maybe watch for half an hour, see if there's any traffic going in and out?
Uh, it wouldn't hurt. From
Yeah,
my
it sounds good to me.
Okay. Let's see. So about half hour or so.
Yes.
All right. You don't see or notice anything in that half hour. So we're gonna put you guys at about just a little past noon with the travel, because you guys are fairly, even though it was kind of wet, kind of damp, you kind of knew the route. You're a little bit more familiar with it, and you guys made some pretty good time. So we're gonna put you in about 12:30 that same day. The rain is still consistent, and the winds have changed a little bit. It's getting a little bit cooler, and it looks to be coming straight from the north
Oh, great.
into your faces.
Ugh. So when we encountered the goblins, we had the impression that there was another entrance, that they were circling out, like running into the cave and then coming back around.
There is another entrance that I checked out early on. Yeah, I'm not
Yes,
sure
there
if it was
was
that one, but I assume. Yeah,
yes, the way you looked at it, there would seem to be that main central cave that was really worked, and then off to the left there was a much smaller, uh, more of a cave
crevice.
stone where I
Yeah,
think you took a look inside XR and you didn't kind of go in, but you said, okay, I can see, and
yeah,
you came back around.
yeah. So it makes sense if we might want to take a detour, as it were, and go in there.
Yeah, see if we can take them by surprise by going in that way rather than the front door.
I believe it's quite tight though, so I think it'll be single file. We'll see.
I'm sure Marcus will go first.
Yep.
That's right.
Captain.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me get to the right map here. So, how close do you get? The last time you were there, you probably could be within about 100 yards, maybe 80 yards, and actually get see the caverns through all the trees. Is that something you want to approach like that, or
If I remember right, that other cavern was to the north of the main entrance. So why don't we
Yeah.
circle and approach from the north? So we approach that opening of the second cavern from the side rather than coming straight onto it.
That sounds good. See if we can keep some cover as we until we get around
okay,
behind. Yeah.
okay. So I'm going to share that with you. Um, so you've got main cavern that you entered the first
Hmm.
time.
Anyone else?
We're
Looks
not on the
like I'm.
map yet, so we can't say anything.
Oh,
It's
I'm
loading.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it still
Okay.
loading? Okay.
yeah,
I just have
maybe.
blackness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Hang
it's
on one sec.
blackness on ours.
Let me go ahead and add you guys.
There we go.
Yes, there we go.
So you don't actually right there, but what we'll do,
I guess it's really glowing.
yeah, that is. Whew.
I love it.
Working.
Oh,
Big horse.
So we can approach from this direction, like circle around and
yeah. So, just to kind of let you know, this way here, that's due north. You were coming up from this corner, kind of where Brother Key is. That's directly south. So the wind is blowing this way as you were coming basically from where Brother Key was. So you're saying you're going to kind of move over to here and kind of come up this way, up to this smaller cave.
okay, we come from this direction and work around the corner. So
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
we don't want to come straight on, but maybe come around this way.
Okay. So feel free and go ahead and move yourself. Marcus, what do you do with your horse? Do you bring him towards the caves?
Uh, well, that's a bit of a. Where did I leave him last time? Was he sort of a little bit in the distance?
Yeah, last time you
Oh,
left him off probably about 20, 25 yards off the cave. And then because you didn't tie him up, he's pretty well trained to stay fairly close to where you left him, but he kind of grazes around and eats or nibbles as he sees fit.
Then, yeah, I will. I'll do that again.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like sort of the same thing as last time.
Okay, so I'm gonna put him. You're gonna come from this direction. I'll put him back here. He's probably off the black a little bit,
Yeah.
off the map. All right. So you guys are coming up, and yes, there's a this cavern. Obviously, is much smaller than the main when you went in. It's a little bit of a climb up, maybe 5, 10 feet to get above there. So, Legus, as you kind of look in, your light kind of cascades. There's a little bit of a drop off, not drop off, a slight incline down. And then there's kind of a level area for maybe 10 or 15 feet. And then your light kind of fades out where it appears that it also will now uh, slowly move down again. So another slight slope. So
Over
it's
my shoulder, I'd
cave.
say, yeah, it's narrow and it goes down, slopes down.
Yeah, slopes, level, and then slopes down. And then your light kind of goes off in the distance down the cavern.
Okay, after you, Marcus.
Well, would you prefer me to go first? Because wrapped in my cloak, I'm pretty quiet and I might be able to get a little ahead.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
scout.
And
Yeah,
see,
I'll be there. I'm just a little. I got a
I
little
mean,
something.
I need you to stay fairly close behind me with the light because I will need light, but I can move fairly quietly and that way, hopefully, if they are through here, we'd spot them before they spot us.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lock it so I can get a little bit of a text here. So this cave entrance is definitely natural stone. The cave does have that little drop off. You're noticing the area is extremely tight. Um, Matter of fact, Legis, you're thinking, man, with this, any two-handed weapons are going to be a little bit tough in this narrow corridor. And even in my armor, turn around is going to be a little bit tough because it's kind of not very even. Amorous, as you move to the next area that slopes down, the little bit of light that gets past you, you see what at first looked like um, almost like a wooden floor. But as your eyes kind of adjust, it looks like there's this whole area is just full of barrels to where it
Ooh.
almost is like as the slope goes down, there's these 3.5 foot barrels packed tight in this cavern. And between the barrel top and the top of the uh, cave, it's probably 3.5, 4 feet. Wall to wall barrels just packed in there tight.
So I'd literally have to crawl across the barrels to get to the other side.
You would be, depending on your height, yes, you would have to be on the barrels and perhaps even a little bit slunk down, depending on how tall you were.
Oh, let me check that. I'm sure it's in my notes. She's 5'6". She
Yeah,
only weighs
so
110 pounds, but
you're light. Um, you give me an intelligence roll, not in the tower.
yeah, alrighty. John, I got your rolls.
You you've passed.
John's
Got
AFK.
got the same god, do you?
I don't have a god. That's
you
probably the problem.
maybe that's it. Um, you're thinking at this point, you're probably going to want to be careful if you're walking on to start with. But you are going to have to be kind of scrouched down, moving on these barrels. And you do figure it's probably going to be better to step on the edges versus in the middle where maybe
I
not
don't know
knowing
what's
how
inside them, whether those lids will cave or not.
exactly.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit and let the others know what I found, and I
Did
will
you
tell
guys
them.
just pause talking for like 30 seconds?
That's Discord lag.
No,
Oh
we
wow, I've
didn't.
never had that.
Really? I was hearing amorous.
I heard just nothing for 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden, I said, "Is anyone there?" I was like, "It just stopped talking."
See,
Oh,
that's what was happening with me. And then I lost sound.
Great.
so
Uh,
uh, um, you must have missed that then. So at this point,
Yeah, there's
hopefully,
barrels, and that
yeah,
was what we got.
yeah. So it looks like this cavern, as far as the light can go, Amorous, you saw these barrels that are just kind of packed in there very tightly.
well, that's her area of specialty is making her way across stuff like this quietly and staying, kind of hidden. So I'm gonna fall back and let them whisper to them what I found and tell that I'm gonna try to make my way across the barrels to see how far they go. It looks like these might be the missing supplies.
That makes sense. So do you want us to come up to the edge of the barrels so we're close?
But stay crouched down so you're not showing up above them, because I can, with my cloak will blend in fairly well as long as I'm not being like backlit.
Yep, we can go up and crouch down.
So I'm gonna get up to the barrels
Okay.
and I'm gonna very cautiously climb up on the first one,
Oh,
staying on the edges as you advised.
did you make the
Not so
move?
much stepping across because that, um, yeah, I would have to step. I'd have to step and really crouch down. And I'm going to make my way to because you said they're packed wall to wall.
Yeah,
I'm going to stay along a wall because I have that to lean against to kind of,
sure.
keep my balance and stuff as well.
So are you going to
So,
try to move at your full move or a slower move?
well, my full move, if I'm not, taking an action, is like 30. So
That's what I'm saying. What's your how are you going to try to move? You're going to try to slow that down to give
I'm
yourself a
I'm going to slow it down to about, 2/3 of what, because my full move would be 60.
right. So do this. If you're going to be moving at a slightly slower pace and using the wall, give me a dex roll in a tower with a +4.
You want a dex or my move silently?
No, dex. I'll ask you for the move silent next. Maybe. No.
If I don't fall into the wall or crash into the
Yeah.
barrels or knock something over.
No. So you kind of take your first step. Um, and actually, what we'll do is we'll move you. You realize that if using the wall, moving at half speed, you're going to be able to navigate this supposed almost like a barrel floor as you move across. So you feel pretty confident that you're able to make that move.
Okay, then I would keep moving until, I can't, because I can't move too far out of the light because then I can't see. I mean, I can feel my way to some degree with my feet
Correct.
once I understand what the footing is like. But
Correct.
unless there's enough light where I can see where I'm coming to the end, I'm liable to get to the end and just step right off and fall on my face and make all kinds of noise. You wouldn't want that to happen.
Yeah. So you probably could see another 10 feet, and you can still see about 10 feet of barrels. Do you want to continue moving? Oh, there we go. Some more light.
Where do the barrels start?
Amherst is kind of actually they start right there,
Oh, okay.
right at the bottom of the slope. You almost halfway down that slope can step on the first set of barrels.
All right, I'm going to move right up to
How
the
far do
barrels.
how far do I get before I completely lose light and don't dare risk moving forward?
You can move another 5. So Trantis, that line kind of shows the barrels starting right about there.
Okay, thanks.
Once I get as far as I can and I can't see to risk another move, I'm going to sit really, really quiet and see if I can hear anything.
Okay, give me a listen check, or do you have listen? I guess. Let's
Ah,
see.
yes, I do.
Okay.
That's what I do.
You don't really hear anything, but you can tell that this is where the cavern kind of curved straight, and the light is kind of bending around, isn't quite bending around the corner for you. So you're almost at the end of the light at this point.
I'm going to move just like up 1 or 2 steps,
Hmm.
further. As long as I can see light behind me, I'm going to risk going forward. But once I can't see that light, then I'm going to start backing up. and give them a guesstimate of how far these barrels go. But that I can't go any further without some kind of light. And I left my
Sure.
candles behind because they were weighting me down.
Ah,
So unless somebody well, nobody has a light spell they could cast on a small object that I could carry concealed in my hand.
I could, but it's only 10 minutes.
10 minutes could possibly take me to the edge of the barrels, to see
Yeah.
how far they go.
Okay.
so do you need Legus to move up more, or well,
You can move as far as the barrels, but unless can climb all over these barrels without making any noise, because I don't know what's
right?
once I get past them.
Actually, Amherst, why don't you go ahead and give me your roll for moving silently, because you're taking your time. You're using the wall. Okay, you're moving along, but occasionally there's a scrape maybe against the wall a bit. Um, maybe a shuffle of your feet along the top of the wood, but you're fairly quiet. Legus, how tall are you? About 6 foot,
5'10".
5'10". It's going to be a real crouch for you to be in your armor. Um,
Probably hands and knees. I'm
And
hoping.
I don't think once I get as far as I can, I'd let them know I don't think it's safe for them to try to come through this way because they're not going to be able to get through quietly and they're going to be trapped. I mean, literally, they're not going to be able to move in any direction if we are heard and they come looking.
Back in the crypt, there was one of those stall areas that had an opening in the wall in the north, and well, map north. This may hook up to it, so we may be able to go back in the main entrance and come around, see where that goes. It might meet up on
That's
the other side.
possible because the only way I see getting guys your size and with your bulk and armor through here is to move these barrels out of here as quietly as possible one at a time. And that's going to be time consuming because I didn't even get to the end of the barrels. Guesstimate how many are there from as far as I went, George.
um, considering you got about 5 foot, I'm thinking in most cases the barrels are two, maybe three across this area, and they're just packed in tight. Of course, there's going to be little spaces between them, but they're basically wall to wall, uh, and they do go farther around the curve than you can see. They seem to be pretty well placed, though. They're not helter skelter, as if they were just packed in there. And when they got to the slope, somebody stopped.
Yeah, this is. I suspect that the stores were moved from one location to another because this would be difficult for normal people to access, and trying to move them out of here would attract attention. And the only way through here is across the barrels. And unless you guys are like invisible with all kinds of silencers on you, I don't see how that's gonna happen without drawing out. And if I was sure that it would come to an end fairly and that you guys could get across before it attracts attention, maybe. But if you guys get caught, if
Yeah,
they
you
hear
sold me.
you
Let's
and
just go
come on,
back out, go back in, and then see
yeah.
if it
If
hooks up
they
on the other
catch us
side.
while you're still trying to cross those barrels, yeah, you're
Yeah.
Fair
Let's go back
enough.
out.
It's worth a try.
Oh,
They'd have just been 3 or 4 deep, and we could have got across it fairly easily.
I'm
But
going to
at
just go
least
ahead and unlock. Okay, Legus. Oh, oh. So Legus, I need you to give me a wisdom roll right here just as you go past this down slope here, which is a little bit higher than the other slope. Give me a wisdom roll.
Oh, should be in the tower or no? Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's okay. Um, you kind of stop here. You just got a whiff of, oh, for lack of a better term, like almost like decaying flesh. The wind picked up and you picked it up. No one picked it up in the cavern or the cave that they're in. You picked it as you just kind of came around this corner.
All right. Hold up my hand as if to say stop. Oh, Trent is right next to me. I whisper to him, "Hey, I'm smelling, decay. Could be some more undead up ahead."
I pull out my holy symbol.
Wave to Marcus. Have him come up here.
Coming from the big entrance?
Up ahead somewhere.
Hey, Marcus, you pick up that same odor. It's not overwhelming, but you do pick up an odor. You also hear hear some voices, uh, like talking. Um,
Do I hear a language that I understand, or
um, let's see.
I'm going to motion to the others, pointing to my ear and point in the direction that I hear it from.
Amorous,
So
do you want
it's
to scout around the corner?
okay.
The corner. I'm not, and because I've got my cloak, I'm
Correct. So Amorous, let's see if I can draw this real quick. Please
I
hold.
hear.
All right. So as you kind of look around this corner, I'm thinking like such. You see a wagon has been dragged up here. It's in really sad shape. Um, there's no pack animal on it. There's nothing that would have pulled it, but there's a wagon, and the smell of this flesh is stronger. And you see two very pale white creatures, humanoids. Um, First ones, they're kind of talking back and forth, like they're not too happy about it, or they're giving each other some crap back and forth. They're pulling these dead bodies off, and no respect at all for the body. Some of them are missing arms, some of them are missing legs. So they're all at various levels of decay. They're just pulling them off and they're dragging them into the cave. You see one, you see two, um, and then there seems to be one that's guarding the front entrance.
Okay, then. Mm, moving just as silently back. Wall. You're gonna have to move me because I'm stuck on the wall.
Oh, does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna move back to them and I'll fill them in on, really quietly that there's three there. And now they were humanoid but not human.
Correct.
Okay, and they were
Give me a
really,
wisdom
really
roll. Give me a wisdom roll.
in the tower.
Uh, yeah, sure.
The way I've been rolling tonight, it's like, were the bodies human? Could I tell whether?
Those did look human. They were clothed. Some of them were clothed. They were kind of cut up. So a couple things. You saw as hanging off part of the wagon. You think it was maybe either like a battle banner or some type of a tribe banner. It was kind of hanging off a bit, and it looked like it had a, a cleaver, crossed cleavers. Um, and this is what
Do
you
I
saw.
recognize? Do I recognize it at all, George?
You weren't far enough around to see the wagon like Amorous was.
Okay.
But Amorous, I think you can see what the creature looks like. Um,
Ew,
that
ew, ew.
so you're thinking, based on what you saw and how it scared you, um, it might be one of God knows numerous orc clan. Might be an orc, but it's a really pale, disgusting, thin-looking orc carrying two cleavers,
So
but just kind of standing guard.
I whispered that I could try to put them to sleep.
I did my command wrong. I'd whisper back, you would want to do so because I saw 3. There may be others, and that if you make even a noise in the time it falls them to us, in the time it takes you to cast, if they can hear it, would be enough for them to sound an alarm if there's others about.
Yeah, you saw the one guarding, the other two were still kind of doing this labor of dragging these bodies into the cavern.
One guarding, if if he could be taken out while the others are towards the back of the cavern dealing with bodies, you know, and got out of the way before they draw their attention. Or like I said, if you can do so without making enough noise to, because that guard is right there. He's right at the front.
Yep.
And from what Holly said, these darts wouldn't be instant. He'd get hit with the dart if it didn't take him right down, and it won't. He'd have time to send out an alarm. So that's why I didn't just.
Well, um, this is not Rollmaster, so the spell should go off instantly. So don't have to worry about that. But if he is over level 5, he's 5 or more, then it's not going to work. But yeah, I mean, depending on how
Well,
tough
if
he
it's
is.
over
But
level 5 or more, you guys be like,
yeah,
wait a minute.
yep, I know, I know. So I'm pretty confident. The range is 150 feet, so
Mine
the
So I
only
just made
problem
him.
is
I
just
just made him level 6, by the way. So feel free to
yeah.
continue with your. No.
If I can get up close enough, if I can just see the creature, I can put it to sleep.
Yeah,
I'm fairly confident.
go up to
If
the
you
corner.
keep
I'll
your,
be right behind you. Hold
Yeah,
right.
give it a shot.
are you wearing armor, metal armor?
No, 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 no.
Then if you're in all cloth, if you keep pressed with your back pressed against the uh, cliff face, like I did, I'm sure you watched, until you get right up there and just peek around, that should be sufficient.
Okay,
You'll
I'll
have to
do that.
move
I'll do that.
quietly. Move
I'm
quiet.
moving very quietly.
Amorous is standing there holding her breath, watching him.
Any moves I need to make?
Don't step on my
Um.
pebbles. Watch,
Well,
watch
from
your feet.
the
Watch
angle
where you
you're
put your feet.
the angle you're at, you're not able to see him yet. You have to still move a
No,
little bit
no,
further.
that's right.
Oh,
That's right. I'm gonna move. Trying not to get stuck on the wall. You know how it works.
yeah.
Can I go
Let me
down that way?
let me rotate.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Rotate me. Rotate me.
Okay, so
I see.
that's what you see.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it.
Um, as you kind of go around the corner, he's kind of looking towards you, but he doesn't seem to be overly alert, but he is smelling the air.
Well, then I'm going
So
to.
Give me a wisdom roll, please.
Okay, let's grab the wisdom roll over here. In the tower?
Yes, please. Okay, let's see, I'm going to do the same thing for him. Use that. All right, so you look around the corner. He's looking towards you. He's smelling. You have surprised each other.
What?
So your
You get your spell off before he yells.
your
I'm gonna.
dexterity is what?
Let's have a look. Hold on, just looking here. Dexterity. So I was dragging something. Dexterity is a 14. +1.
Okay. I'm going to allow you to cast your spell first.
Yay. So it's 2d4. So I don't know if you want to roll or I have to roll.
Oh no, it's and what's the it hits it's got a range obviously. It probably hits a
150
certain
feet.
right. So you're
Yep.
plenty within
And
range.
it's yep.
What
And it
20
does a
was it
150
about?
foot range, and let me just real quick, 30-foot diameter circle.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to he's
On centered
sleeping.
on him.
And I don't believe
Excellent.
there's any save, correct?
Yeah, no save unless he has
Right.
spell resistance, which he shouldn't.
No.
So
Yeah,
that's that.
just roll how
So
many hit dice you affect.
Okay, I'll roll. Well, since I've had to 2d, and I'll just do it in the open or what?
yeah, because
Or dice
he's the
tower.
only one you're going to be affecting. So he's down. I'm going to say
Good.
he's sleeping.
Okay. So mission accomplished. I just obviously they heard me cast the spell. I go back. He's asleep.
Well, you don't really hear anything coming from the cave, so you're not quite sure how far they're traveling or where exactly they're headed. You haven't seen anything else come out, but he's down.
Yeah. Yep. I tell him he's sleeping. You guys can go in.
How long's
Okay.
that last?
It's natural sleep as far as I know. Let me go check again.
Slash his throat while he's down. Look what they're doing. There's nobody around.
1 minute per level.
That's what
If
sleep.
you
That's
guys,
Is
what
it 1
s-
minute for
you
level?
guys
Yeah, 1
walk
minute for
by
level.
and he's asleep and you guys don't kill him, I'm gonna do it.
that's what sleeping.
Look at her go
That's what
around.
that's what
Look
they
at her.
look like.
That's what she goes around. I see Emerald. She's like, "Rrrt."
You don't sit there and just wait for him to wake up. He's asleep. He can't fight you.
Yeah. So
Slit
I
his
tell you,
damn throat.
you guys need to you need to do whatever you're gonna do quick.
Yeah, he's the enemy of the people. I just my
If
sword
if any of the
through his skull.
rescues are too moral,
If
virtuous,
you
or
take a
ethical to slash a sleeping orc's throat, I'm gonna
right,
slit.
if you're gonna hit him, just roll your damage. No need to hit. Just roll your
Are there
damage.
still bodies piled on this wagon?
Yes. There's a few more whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everybody's going slash slash slash.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you exceeded. So he's down.
Yes.
So John, as you kind of walk past you see a couple of whole bodies. You see some partials. You actually see someone's taken the time to actually take some of the ones that have the least amount of flesh and the most bone, actually do a sign and put them over to the corner, like as if they're being categorized. The whole bodies are together, the partial bodies are together, and the ones that have mainly bones are all together.
Okay.
Looks like
Now,
they're getting material for a necromancer, possibly,
Does
or
That's what
anyone
I was
have
just thinking.
Does anyone have a flask of oil?
I do. I have 1 flask of oil.
I would like to douse the cart and the bodies with oil and set it on fire with a torch.
we might need that cart to bring the barrels back.
No, if we clear this out, we're not going to be able to remove the barrels till we clear this.
Okay.
So what I think Sir
Marcus, perhaps we
Marcus
should wait until we've cleared the area.
well, no,
the,
no, no.
the smoke and stench might give us away.
The smoke and stench would draw them out here to investigate. We can take cover around the corners and ambush them instead of going into those narrow where we already got caught into the. We know what's ahead. It's not ideal fighting.
Marcus, quick wisdom roll,
Sure.
please. Not, it doesn't have to be in a tower.
No, it's okay.
My map is doing the strangest damn things I've never seen before.
Uh-oh.
Well, first it got really huge, and now it's shrunk into this little dot, and I can't make it.
Do I need to reshare it? That's the kind of the battle banner or tribe banner you saw. You
Okay.
kind of got a glimpse of it.
Can you just reshare the map with me? Because this is really
Do I
bad.
know? Do I recognize it at all, George?
Yeah, it's some type of a it's a clan or a group of orcs. Um, the army they were kind of pale. They kind of had uh, rumors of being kind of a necrotic type orc, whether it's true or not. So you kind of called them nether orcs, and it's kind of there's like a cleaver clan, and um, they're not particularly uh, powerful, but they do have 2 hits each round with those cleavers, so they can hit pretty hard, and they do like to um, attack as a group. So suddenly it's one, two, three, four, five, six, maybe hits right in a row, and they tend to go after the same targets. So they're pretty
Okay.
nasty in groups. I shared. Is that better, Jeanette?
Yes, that fixed it.
Okay. So that one's down. What's the status on the wagon? Keep it or
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I'm with Sir Marcus. Burn it and draw them out here to us instead of us going down into those narrow confines.
well, yeah. I don't want to go acting on my own unless people are
No,
in alignment.
I think Sir Marcus is absolutely right in this. We Sir Marcus, are you anxious to go back in there and try to get yourself killed fighting in those narrow tunnels against we don't even know how many.
Well,
But
but
we
they'll come out in force because they'll know like someone's killed this guy and burnt the wagon, right? But if we charge in, maybe we can take them by surprise. Is the other side?
Right, setting something on fire that they want could draw more of them out. Whereas if you go in cautiously, we may be able to pick them off gradually.
well then in this one you guys go first.
Well,
I'll be
we could
Legus?
right
just
behind you.
wait
Legus?
out here.
Yeah, I need a wisdom roll from Legus.
Or yeah, we could
Okay.
just keep waiting for him to come out to these two are gonna come back to get more bodies.
Okay,
Take
we
take those two down when they come out. And sooner or later, somebody's going to go trying to figure out why these guys aren't showing up. And with any luck at all, they just send them out at a few at a time.
Well, Legus
No, they've
calls
already come
out.
out.
well here they
Legus
are.
calls out that 2 more have come out. You were looking um, down that path. They came up. They they saw you, so they're not surprised. I'm going to say that you're not surprised because you were looking right in that direction.
Yeah.
Um, the Marcus, you're behind the column. You're not going to
Yes.
be able to act. Trantis, give me a wisdom roll, as well as Xr and Amorous.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Wah,
Trantis,
Feels
wah.
like
you're surprised.
Oh my goodness. Oh, another two.
Amorous
Mine
is,
was sitting. It was on one side.
but
It was on the 20. It was on the edge. It was
but
20
not
on one
XR.
face. That's
So
Yay.
XR you can do a niche,
Okay.
and Legus you can do a niche,
Okay.
and I think that's it.
Beautiful.
All right. 19. Let's see what they're.
We got a bad luck round here right at the start.
Well, they might be nasty in battle, but they're probably not the smartest. They don't actually call anything out, but they do engage with Legus. And they go in for two cleaver shots.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a double hit.
Yeah, we're getting the same thing again here where it's the same numbers coming up.
Double.
All right. So 2 cleaver hits.
Okay. Why is there no sound? I turned it off, I guess, in the other game. Weird.
I didn't cycle through. I just clicked on you.
Ah. Okay.
Sorry.
That's why. Yeah, no,
Shush, doggy, shush.
I did turn off the whisper sound because in the other game it was confusing me. But I thought, wait, this is not right. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to open up with Pew Pew with a magic missile.
All right.
That's all I got. Yeah. Magic missile. Can I not open this up so I can drag the magic missile? There it is. Got it.
Yeah, it's that little line or something. Yeah.
Dragging it. Ready for my 1 damage. Whoa. Okay. That's the turn. Well, actually, I can move now, right?
Oh, you can move.
Yeah. Wink.
Run away. Back to the roadhouse.
Yeah, basically.
Let's see. This one does a quick. Oop, I don't want that. This one does a quick sniff job. He's actually gonna move up here. He's got to go after Legus. He's right there.
Cast it, by the way. I'm just fixing it.
2 cleavers. A hit and a miss. Ouch.
I'm at 0 hit points.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So you're down.
Ouch.
And we will go to the end of that round, and we'll go to the next one.
That was pretty mean.
Let's see what we got here. Amorous.
Amorous? And did I hear any of this?
Oh yeah, yeah. You heard cleavers
And I would have
swinging.
gotten my bow out, and I
Okay.
would have poked around the corner. Let me see how far is it from me. Yep, it's under 30 feet, so I can take my sneak attack and shoot him. And my sneak attack gives me +2 to hit.
I keep forgetting to bring Brother Key around. I forgot I'm running him.
Ow!
Ah, and he
And
moves.
then I'm gonna fade back.
bows get 2 shots around like in D&D for this system or what?
You can take additional shots, but you have to call it out. So if you want to take 2 shots, they'll both be at -2. If
Okay.
you want to take 3 shots, you're -4. If you want to take 4 shots, it's -8. But you also
But
would be
if I took 2 and it was because I get a +2 to hit because they didn't know it was coming.
right. You just with no effect on yourself, but you're kind of prepping yourself by getting your arrows out, sticking them in the ground, and firing.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but
Any move?
I missed and I moved back. I had moved up to the corner,
Okay.
peeked around the corner, took the shot, and then faded back because that's what the hell I do. And if it all goes south, they don't.
That's right,
I've got the best chance of getting away.
Sir Marcus.
Okay. So if I want to come around behind
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a +2 from behind there.
and then attack that guy.
Boom.
Now this is where I need my luck of 2 weeks ago to.
I've got it, John. Don't worry. Yeah, you can't have it anymore because I took it.
Oh, there we
Boom.
go.
Did I lose sound again?
No, you're good.
Nope.
And then I'll just make sure I face the other one.
Okay.
Nice swing, Sir Marcus.
Yeah.
Yes. Marcus, you realize that these are not the healthiest orcs out there. They don't necessarily have a lot of hit points. They hit pretty hard. So he
Okay.
went down pretty fast.
All right.
Brother Key. Oh, that's right. I got to figure out what he does. Let's see. Oh, he's got to go up. Let's see. His move is. So he's going to move. Oh, he can move here. And he'll do the old broadsword. Oh, damn it. All right. That's his move and his attack. XR.
Yay. I can now see him, and I think I'm going to use my apprentice bolt. Let's see, back over there. Action. There we are. How much can I can move my normal movement and then attack, right? Like normal?
You can move half.
Yeah, that's it, half.
Yeah, you can move in that because that's one of your advantages. You can move before or after it. It's just that real quick
Yeah.
electrical
Can
arc.
can I get him from here? Is that okay?
Oh
Not
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That square is just a wagon.
Okay. Ah, not with that. Okay.
Okay, Legus.
And watch John be the only one that can roll anything at all. Tonight.
Legus is down, I believe,
Oh,
or
man.
at 0.
Yeah, he's
Exactly at 0.
Trantis.
Okay, step up. Is that me? Oh, okay. Sorry. Step up and swing.
Yeah, actually, let me put you here. You get a +1.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's a flank. Yeah, it's not from the side like that. That's kind of like at 7 o'clock.
+1.
oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Mindam.
It's still heavy though. They're like I
Yeah.
said,
Oh,
they're not the.
they are weak.
They are very weak.
Yes. They're like me.
So you. It's It's XR's family in drag there, right?
Yeah.
All right, 18. Uh, I guess we'll go after Brother Key. That's a hit. What the hell? Holy cow.
Yeah. Murder hobos.
What kind of dice are these?
Murder
All right,
dice.
he's heavy. Sir Marcus's mount. He's out. Round 3.
Thank
Sir
God it's Sir
Marcus,
Marcus.
you're sitting there at a +1
Finish
from that
it.
flank.
Happily do that.
Oh, nice. I don't think it's going to be much longer. Boom. All right.
And when I take him down, I'm going to turn around and watch into the cave and sort of just come down to the side here, so I'm not completely sticking out.
Okay.
Just conceal myself right here at
Right.
the edge, kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so far only 2 came out, and they made no qualms about alerting anybody. They just went right for the battle.
We should probably drag the bodies, maybe even put them in the
Throw them on the wagon with the other
throw 'em in the
bodies.
wagon.
Don't forget to take some heads.
So Legus is at
I
0,
will have lots of heads to take down.
and Brother Key is injured. Brother Key is
Good,
going
we
to
got those
back off.
cushions and bandages.
I'm not carrying any of them, so one of y'all will have to step up. This is my job is to kill them, not to save them. I'm gonna stand here with cover under the corner, and I got my arrows ready to go from a range.
Thanks for coming by, Wyvern.
Did you guys want to use a potion on Legus or cure him or
No, I'm not sure
Oh
who's
yeah,
carrying.
I'll go up and give him a cure.
okay. Yeah, Marcus, you have your eyes and ears in there. You're not really hearing anything from where you're at.
Okay. It's possible that these were the only 3, right? Like they came out here to drop off bodies. It's possible it's the
Oh.
only 3.
Yeah.
Actually, Amorous, give me a wisdom roll.
In the open or in the tower?
Open's fine.
Yeah, this ain't my night.
Yeah, you saw the 2 leave. You're not sure if you couldn't tell if they were remarkably different or some had some kind of different look to them or not, but um, it looks like they might be moving in pairs. There could be 3, there could be more, but they definitely look like they're moving in pairs.
I think first order of business is a couple of you big tough guys to throw these bodies on the wagon with the others. Marcus is keeping watch.
So bodies on the wagon.
Because we know the horn whatever things are in there somewhere. I mean, these could be more of them, or even just going in, we're gonna run into our little goblin pals again.
Okay, so let's say you guys take your time. You just drag the bodies over and you heft them up in there. So you've got 2 of these orcs, and you've got this cornucopia of different dead bodies all kind of sorted out. And Marcus, you're not picking up any sound or any visuals yet.
Okay.
Remember, we have to take the heads eventually.
Well, we're not gonna carry the heads through the caves with us, so we gotta go in and clean it out. Pile them in the bodies, and we can even get some extra heads. They don't know who killed them.
I keep thinking that Trantus has like an accounting advantage. Like, okay, let's make sure we get the payment for those heads. Little financial background.
Church needs some new pews.
That's right.
I think we should head in.
Okay, John, you are starting to pick up some sounds coming towards you.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to motion to everyone to clear back to the sides. And I'm going to kind of conceal myself behind the pillar again.
Okay.
Cameras never came out of cover until somebody tells all clear. Then she'd be good.
Okay, so at this
Would that be
point,
considered behind the pillar?
yes.
Yeah, you can hide behind me.
So John, you have two more come up, and they are both surprised. So you guys can act, and what we'll do is I'm going to have all of you go ahead and roll initiative. Actually, you know what? Yeah, go ahead, because they're not going to go at all.
We all roll initiative.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, XR.
Okie doke.
You can kick it off.
Yeah, would not much.
They're both
Um,
looking at towards the wagon. They just had their eyes set, walking right straight towards it.
do I get a flanking bonus?
Are you?
+1?
No, not from there.
Okay, too bad. Let's see. Pretty much just gonna have to. I've already thrown my 2 matrix spells, so that is it. 2 combat and defensive. I will
XR is
start.
sleeping for the night.
I will start palm thrusting magic bolts of whatever at them. Um,
Don't forget to do your touch too. Remember? Did you do that last time?
what do you mean?
Was it a touch attack? That
Yeah, it's a touch tag. I've got it down on my
okay?
cast bar, or not my cast bar, but my ability bar thing. I
Let me just.
assume it's all sorted out.
We'll just make sure
Maybe I have to. I
you
have
have
to
to click
click
on
on touch. Oh,
touch
that was it.
for modifiers, right?
Yeah,
I want to make sure you
that
get the
was it.
right.
Oh man, I forgot all about that. Yeah,
I think
that's
that one was way
um,
off though. It wouldn't have been a hit. I think it was
yeah,
6 or
no, it
7.
was way off. Modifiers,
Yeah, the plus
touch. There we
minus.
go.
Here you go.
And then you can just now I can just pop this on him. It should apply.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Did that actually apply? Yeah, it did.
It
But it
did.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any move?
I am going to move. Yeah. Get out there. Yeah. And that's me. Let me close that down. There we go.
Okay, Marcus.
Attacking the guy in behind. I'm
Okay.
guessing +1.
From that angle, no. It would have to be there.
No, I'm not going to get there. So
Right.
that's okay.
But you should oops, nice hit. Exploding orc.
And then I move my last 5 feet and
Okay.
slip it behind that guy.
Perfect. Trantis.
okay, I'm coming around the corner.
Trant is like, these are easy targets, man. I'm going in.
Swing my sword.
Oh,
I missed.
all right. Brother Key, I think, is out of position. He'll move up here to support. Well, we've got a nice target right in front of us. Double cleaver. That's a miss.
Vanium protects me.
Ah, 2 misses. Wow.
Lucky bastard.
That's right. All right, next round.
I didn't get to go late.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess it wasn't. No, I saw
Yep.
Marcus's. Amorous. You're next,
Okay.
Legus.
I step around the corner. I already had my arrows ready. Does that count as a sneak attack? They know they're being attacked. They just
Oh,
don't.
yeah. No, no, no. They're surprised. So get your sneak. Just this whirlwind of blades started.
Oh, I didn't target him. I'm pretty sure it's a mess.
Let me see. Drag that over. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I fade right the hell back.
Quick wisdom roll, Amorous. Yeah, you really can't tell if it's one of the first 2 you saw or not. This next batch.
Okay, and see, I told John, I told you not to worry. I got your rolls.
Legus goes, I need some vengeance here. That's a +1 right there. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I guess
I-
never even
This
got to hit the guy last time,
this
did
will
he?
this will go poorly. All right. Oof.
I missed the crit damage on a 20.
Hey, you only had 3 hit points, so that's pretty much a crit. Was
Yeah.
all right. So 2 more bodies, total of 5. 10 cleavers. Marcus, what's your MO here or SOP? Still checking inside for listening?
bodies into the wagon,
Okay.
and I'll just take a quick look down the slope, and
Okay.
you know what? Is this entrance area here? What's the ground?
Stone.
Ah, okay.
It's all carved. It used to be cave, and it was like carved from the cave.
Okay.
And
Is
it's
there
a
any uh,
It's a bit loud.
like you said that north is kind of going straight?
yeah. This would be like
There.
straight north. Exactly.
Is there would there be any sort of like old leaves or grass or dirt or whatever blowing into this area?
Sure. Yeah, there would be leaves and
Right. So
yeah.
then I'm gonna using my feet to kind of quickly sort of disperse that around,
What?
sort of like the 10 square feet or so
Okay.
Okay.
at the top of the slope to kind of
Okay, I'll
avoid
be there in a minute.
the blood stains,
Okay.
perhaps. And then I'm just gonna sort of slide back here around the corner.
Okay.
They keep coming out to us. We're not going in there to die.
Yeah, for sure.
Those Amherst is cool all along. They're making it easy.
Well, at some point we're gonna have to go in.
I'm thinking. I know Trantis is AFK, but I think he probably would have moved from the entrance there. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
I will put him back here. All right, John, you hear another pair coming up. It seems like they're working in pairs. Not the smartest bunch.
Okay.
Um, let me see real quick. Okay, I'm going to have you guys roll initiative. The first
of
one
us?
seems startled. The second one, not so much. Oh, let me do a key. Okay, 5 was surprised. Sir Marcus. So, yeah, so 5 has a surprised look on his face. The one behind him looks like he's grimacing, ready to go in with his cleavers. Like he doesn't look like he's surprised.
Okay. Well. There we go. Not sure why. Yeah, and I won't get a flanking for that. But it just a straight shot. Ah, my luck runs out.
Oops. Your deed is now on call. Brother Key. Oh, yeah, he's not. Boom. Boom. Broadsword. Hit. Heavy. This one was a little stronger. Amorous.
Same thing. I'm gonna step around far enough to be able to see. I can see the first one, right?
Yes.
Yep. Now, oh no, it's over 30 feet, so I can't do the sneak.
Yeah, you're 40.
I ain't getting any closer. The way
Right.
I'm moving, it won't matter. All it does is tell them, oh, yeah, we know where she's at. All they know now is arrows coming. They can't
Now,
tell from where.
that one looked familiar to you from the first two that you saw.
Okay. Whisper that to XR.
Legus. All right. Down. I couldn't. Did you move 10? I think you might have 5 more feet.
I'm good there.
Okay. Trentus. He's AFK. I'm not going to put him in harm's way. I will move him here to support. Sir Knight.
Yes.
Ouch.
Well, that's no good.
That's a miss. And the cleaver cuts in fairly deep. XR.
Right. I guess I'm going to. Let's see. I have to move in. How close?
I
Am
think, was it 30 for you?
Yeah, it's 30. What's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
If you just control click on him, it'll
I'm
show you what
bad.
this.
Yeah, I'm bad at that. 35, so I need to move just a little bit. I need to move in.
Don't forget to do your little touch modifier.
Yeah, that's a good point. Where's that other thing? I wish I could just put it hardwired into this thing.
Yeah, I know.
Touch, touch, touch. Effects. Not effects, it's modifiers. Touch. Okay, drag and drop. Yeah, exactly. What?
Back, Mr. Nish. Your number one this
Okay.
round. You ended it,
Yeah,
and now you.
I know it reminds me of we do the same in the Rollmaster game. Let's do that again.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, modifiers, touch, and drop.
Bzz.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm just doing the
Oh,
same thing over and over again.
move.
This time though, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's
Okay.
close enough.
Amorous.
Hey, it's gotta work sooner or later. I can't miss all night. Sure I can. John did the other night.
Oh,
Oh.
And myself
You
back out of
back,
sight.
and then Legus. From there is a +1. You got a flank there.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Whew. I think that +1 gave it to you. Boom. All right. See, they've been coming out in twos. There was a guard, and so far 2, 2, and 2. Same SOP. Bodies into the wagon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just seeing what happens if you put touch on the dagger, and if it would roll against touch AC, but it doesn't.
Yeah, John, you don't hear anything else coming up at this point. So the first set came up. So maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, the next set came back. 2, 3 minutes later, nothing, nothing. So I think what we'll do, we got 9:45. Why don't we put it on hold right here? Because right now there's no other orcs coming in. You've got this wagon up front that has this variety of sorted body parts, and now 7 of these pale nether orcs piled in it. And we'll set it up for 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, so we just made 7 gold pieces.
Hey, all right, folks, I
Well,
appreciate it.
if we
Thank
harvest
you.
the bodies, no, if we harvest the heads of the corpses in the cart, a cart could be a lot more.
Head cheese.
Yeah, it's
Thank
kind of
you.
bizarre them dragging these dead bodies in, so something nefarious is going on inside, more likely
Yeah.
than not.
What's weird is that they didn't just they brought parts of bodies back, and now it looks like they're trying to match them up or something. That's strange.
Well, you're figuring they were probably killed somewhere else at some point and somewhere sorted and now brought to this location. Because they were in fairly, most of them were in fairly bad shape, almost to the point where some of them had no meat on the bone at all. So, so we'll pick it up again in 2 weeks. I'll be setting up an event in Discord.
Thanks.
Well, you
Do
have
the
a good
bodies
night.
look like they were buried?
You take a look. No, they do not look like they were buried.
Now, do they look like they're the same types of orcs as the ones that are collecting the bodies?
No, they look. If you've now that you've had a chance to kind of pile some other body, you're gonna get a better look at them. They look like they're mainly humans, human size. You see various bits of clothing. Could be um, could be hunters, could be woodsmen, could be um, just somewhere not buried though, not where you're actually seeing like there was like soil or anything put on them, but just being carted to this location.
And maybe the dice will like us better next time.
I'm back. Emergency travel arrangement
Oh,
craziness. Oh, just no. My wife's trying to do her check-in and stuff, and was having trouble scanning the
oh,
passport.
no problem. Yeah, so Dwayne, another set of 2 came out. I kinda kept you in reserve for a backup because they were taking care of 'em. It looks like John was setting up a nice perimeter there where he was hearing them come up, and, they were being surprised as they were coming up out of that, tunnel. So, after the 3rd pair came out, um, no other additionals came in. So we're gonna quit for this week. You've got a cart that's got these variety of bodies that are all sorted, almost like level of decomposing as well as completeness. For some reason, someone was real OCD about getting them all in the right order, and now you've piled 7 dead orcs in there as well. These nether orcs, and we'll set it up again for 2 weeks from now.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys, gals. Appreciate it. Hope you
Thanks,
had fun.
George.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Yep.
George.
take care. And
Yep,
I'm off
y'all
to
have a
See
good
ya.
one.
GaryCon next
Thanks.
week.
Thanks,
Oh,
George.
nice.
Always fun.
Yeah, I'll be doing a spectator badge, and I'll be I'll take some pictures and put them up on Discord.
Excellent.
All right, guys, gals, takes care. Thanks. Bye bye.
Night.
Awesome. See you, George.
Bye bye.
Okay. Read into Troll Lord.
My friend Scott Bakesauce there read from his limerick book. He's got some nice limericks too as well.
I do have this on my desk.
It's always there,
reason.
always,
There
and it's
you go.
entertaining.